Imagine being a Nike athlete with your own signature line of footwear. The excitement grows. You get the first one, and another one, then one more, year after year, then by the sixth edition, it all stops. Imagine being Paul George getting that call from Nike saying, "It's over. You'll still be with us, but your shoes end with a PG6." Assuming, of course, that Paul even got a word in the first place. But let's backtrack a bit. Welcome back, this is Fresh Pair. Smash the thumbs up button, share this video, subscribe to my channel for updates. That said, let's dive in. In 2010, Paul George officially signed with Nike after being selected as the 10th overall pick in the 2010 NBA Draft. Foregoing his last two seasons of college eligibility, he would then play as a Nike athlete for the Indiana Pacers before being traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder in July 2017, then later to the LA Clippers in 2019. With lucrative contracts and endorsements, things should have gone smooth sailing between those years for Paul, except they didn't. In early August 2014, Paul George suffered an open fracture in his lower right leg. During a scrimmage game with the USA basketball team in Las Vegas, Paul chased James Harden in transition defense, then landed awkwardly against the stanchion. The injury was severe, to say the least, and many people thought it was the end of his career. Word has it that the injury also delayed the release of his first signature shoe. At the time, Paul was wearing the Nike Hyperdunk 2014 Low USA PE. Paul would eventually make a comeback. In September 2016, 6 years into his Nike contract and coming off from his injury, Paul George debuted the PG1, his first signature shoe with Nike. Retailing at $110, the shoe features a forefoot strap, flywire cables, an inner sleeve and plush sock liner, and a bottom-loaded forefoot zoom unit sitting on top of a Phylon midsole. The PG1 also featured a stripe on the right shoe resembling a titanium rod, a nod to his 2014 injury and road to recovery. In February 2018, Nike released the initial colorway of the PG2. Similar to the PG1, the PG2 uses a half-booty construction, a bottom-loaded 4-foot zoom unit but this time increased to 10mm in thickness, and a 4-foot band integrated into the shoe instead of the previous strap that tended to hang over too far when strapped tight. The shoe kept its retail price of $110. By the middle of 2018, Nike dropped the PG 2.5, which was a cross between the PG1 and the PG2. The shoe basically kept the body of the PG2, then added the 4-foot strap of the PG1. In 2019, Zion Williamson, then playing for Duke, suffered an ankle injury after his PG 2.5 tore apart at the sole barely 30 seconds into the first quarter. Zion did not return until the end of the game. He would eventually claim that he had been practicing a lot in his pair of PG 2.5 and should have switched shoes instead before the game. In January 2019, Nike released the PG3 with a bump in the retail price to $120. Like its predecessors, the shoe uses a half-booty construction. It has a moon-inspired traction pattern and a 10mm bottom-loaded 4-foot zoom unit. There wasn't much deviation in terms of tech and design compared to the first two models. But the PG4 took a different turn. First released in January 2020, the shoe ditches the 4-foot zoom and uses full-length Zoom Air this time through multiple interconnected units. The shoe also features a zippered mesh overlay for a shoe that had a lower cut in the collar than the first three. Also, the retail price returned to $110. In January 2021, Nike released the PG5. The shoe uses an outsole pattern similar to the Kobe 9, a full-length Strobel unit, all at the same retail price of $110. By 2022, Nike released the PG6 with a $10 bump in retail price. This time, the shoe uses a React foam midsole, a sharp departure from the Zoom units in previous models, and that's where it all seemed to stop. Paul George has been seen wearing Kobe Pro Tros recently. 13 years being a Nike athlete, and no word if a PG7 will even materialize in the coming days. With younger Nike athletes like Ja Morant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Devin Booker gaining more prominence with their sneaker line, and with LeBron and KD still fronting the lines for Nike, the PG signature line could have seen its last days. And at 33 years old, there might not be enough gas left in the tank for Paul George. Nike has not made any public statements, and neither has Paul George. Both camps seem to be on radio silence, as if to say that let's just give the signature line a silent exit. No fireworks, no fanfare, just some good old-fashioned Paul George fadeaway. Let me know what you think about the Paul George signature series. Post them up in the comment section, smash the thumbs up button, share this video, subscribe to my channel for updates. This is Fresh Pair, thanks for watching, peace and love to the fellow underdogs.